Happy Monday night, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we have a special one for you. We're going to be going over last night's IFAR race at Talladega. We're going to be seeing some incidents, and I'm going to be going over my opinion on some things, and we're going to see how the finishing order turned out at the end. But yeah, it's basically just going to be like a little highlight session, if you'd like to call it. Usually I just have other music over it. And not my actual voice, but we're going to be trying something different for this time. So we're going to be reviewing the race, and yeah, Joshua Clements was on pole, just edging out Thomas Troxel on the outside lane, followed by Natani and Cole Rodriguez. As I take the green flag here, this is lap 1. It's definitely a pretty. It was a good race for some people. Some people weren't as lucky. We'll see later on who all got by. We had a couple big wrecks, but nothing major. Just a couple of unlucky moments, but yeah, it was a pretty good race for my point of view, at least. This is race 7 of the season. The first incident of the day is going to happen here when Rivera's internet is just going to warp out and Arthur Xavier clips to 00 there, and it's just an unfortunate scenario. Rivera's been having some internet problems as of recently, and it unfortunately ended up taking out these two other guys, and that ultimately ruined their day. Here was another incident, just a bad bump. Tani got turned. Good save by Alex. Gonzalez saves it for the most part, but these are just some relatively easy spins. No real edge and damage here. Just a couple of spins, that's all. This race definitely could have had a lot less cautions in it, unfortunately, but there were a couple of people making unfortunate moves which did not help, and made more cautions for the rest of the field. This is going to be a really unfortunate moment here. Nico Servideo in the 4 is going to blow an engine on the pace lap, one of the cooldown laps, which is super unfortunate as he was in 4th gear, wasn't shifting, just blew up, so that is his race done. Super unfortunate for him. Once we got back going, Nicholas Budimlik is going to do a half flip over here, and he's going to land it as he has no roof laps for this race. Again, just unfortunate scenarios with all this wrecking, and speaking of unfortunate scenarios, Ethan O'Connor in the 28 here is going to get loose going into turn 1, and he's going to go around middle of the field, and everybody's going to try to avoid him. He's going to slap the wall, but really this doesn't affect him as much as it affects the 33, who this is a really unfortunate scenario as he's going to go low to try to avoid this crash. Garson's going to try to correct it, come up into him, nowhere to go. He slides down the track, gets a little bit of a tag from Kez, and that's going to give him slight engine damage, which puts him at a disadvantage for the rest of this race. Lap 36, the 22 of Dejani, rookie here, hooks Gino hard into the wall. That's going to send him spinning into Jeff, and that's going to collect about 5 cars here in the back of the field. From this point on, we're about to go to our longest green flag run of the day, and then on lap 49, it is going to be Thomas and Daniel Rodriguez who are going to get into each other here in turn 1. Daniel's going to go for a bit of a spin, not going to get much damage at all here. It's going to be a single car, but this is going to be a caution, and everybody was running a bit low on fuel, so this is going to give everybody a chance to go in and get topped up on fuel here. Most of the leaders will actually decide to stay out, but most of the people in the back will actually decide to come in and pit and top off with fuel. We are now under 5 laps to go, point of no return, no more cautions from this point out, and here in the middle of the pack we're going to get a big crash. This is going to be probably the biggest of the day, as we're going to have cars flipping and flying into the air, into the catch fence, rolling and barrel rolling. That's going to be some of these guys' days over. Just trying to go, get all they can on the last lap here, but just unfortunate for some of the guys in the back. Now it's going to be white flag up here at the front of the pack here. 1 lap to go for these leaders. Joshua Clements has been in the lead all day, leading 54 laps up to this point. Some of these guys are running on fumes right now. What can Joshua do? It's going to be Dane Stinson running in P2, and he's going to look to the bottom here. He's going to get underneath Joshua Clements. Natani Degenhardt is going to go with him on the backstretch, and Joshua Clements is out to dry right here and has no help as Nicholas Budimlik makes it 3 wide for 5th place. Coming to the checkers, we're going to get Carnage and a tiny Dagenharp up into Joshua Clemens. Joshua Clemens' perfect race has been ruined, and he is wrecked out into Garson Young. They're both going to spin. And we also have a separate spin up into the middle of the pack. This is going to be Nicholas Budimlik and Victor Delgado coming together. Delgado underneath the line a little bit, just spins to Budimlik out. Unfortunately, collects Jerry. Gina's going to get a little bit of a tag with that, and Budimlik is going to go up in the air, blowing over. Not actually completely over, but almost. Now up at the front of the pack, Dane Stinson is going to run out of fuel, and Natani Dagenhart looks low, but it's not going to be enough. Cole Rodriguez is going to go with Alexander Gonzalez-Green, and they are going to take the checkered flag as Alex Gonzalez-Green wins at Talladega. That's a huge win for Alex and a big P2 for Cole. Now let's take a look at the results. Here are your results for round 7 of 12 here at Talladega. Going to be Alexander Gonzalez-Green taking his first win of the season. That's going to be his 21st win of his career in IFAR. That's a huge win for him in no-scope racing, and helping him across the line in P2 is Cole Rodriguez with his best finish of the season. That's going to be his first podium of the season, and that's a huge podium for the Shedjazan crews. That's going to be their first of the season as well. And P number 3 rounding out the podium is going to be Natani Dagenhart. No surprise there. Natani's going to extend his championship lead. He's currently in the lead by 54 points over Alexander Gonzalez-Green, so that's a big day for him. Solid day for Dane Stinson, who finishes in 4th place after running out on the final lap. He's going to take home 4th, along with Victor Delgado finishing 5th. That's going to be his first top 5 of the season. Outside of the top 5, we have Ruby Estes and Jelani Howell, who are working together on the final lap there. Coming in home in P number 8, that's going to be Gino Bononi, having a solid day. Jerry Cook in 9th place, who's got collected in that final lap incident. Pretty unfortunate for him. And Daniel Rodriguez will be in 10th place. He's going to round out your top 10. P11, just outside the top 10, is going to be Carl Childress, along with Garson Nguyen, who wrecked out on the final lap, along with Nicholas Budimlik, who did a half blowover. Kes Hillier will be P14. Top 10 still eludes him. DJ Curtis will be 15th after a pretty rough day for his part with that engine damage early on in the race. With Jeff Dixon actually was helping a little bit. He's going to come home in P16. Joshua Clemens, after leading almost all day, is going to finish P17, leading all the laps by far. Heartbreaker for him. Thomas Troxel comes in behind him at P18. Ethan O'Connor is going to be P19 after wrecking with a couple laps to go there, along with Cameron Jamison, who flew up into the catch fence. Aziz in 21st, Rodriguez in 22nd, and Dejani in 23rd. That's going to be his first start of his IFAR career. He's going to be 23rd. And Xavier Vargas, Servideo, and Rivera all DNF this race, so tough breaks for them. Anybody who's stuck around for this long, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Next week is going to be Chicagoland, so we'll see how that goes. I've not decided if I'm going to do another one of these yet or not, so we'll see if you guys like me doing this or not, and we'll see if I should do more. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for sticking around, and see you next time.